Howdy. For the next 50 days, Ryan, Trahan, and Haley are going to 50 different Airbnbs in each state of America, and I am tagging along, sort of, not actually going to all the different states, but reading a book that takes place in each of the states as they hit each of the states. Stardust isn't tagging along, she's just here. And today they went to Kansas. We're in Kansas anymore! New state unlocked! And I've already read a book that takes place in Kansas. In His Steps by Charles M. Sheldon. I read this earlier this year because I believe for Hallie's last school semester year thing, she was supposed to read this book for school, and I heard my mom talk about what it was about, and I was like, oh, that sounds like actually really interesting. And I wanted to read it with them. So we did. Now we have 2 copies, and I started annotating this one a little bit, which is fun. Going on my second read, it was that good. It also takes place in Illinois, but the first 2/3 happen in Kansas. What it's about, so you may have heard of the WWJD thing, What Would Jesus Do, right? I know I've heard of it before. Growing up, I saw it more of like a joke in TV shows or media, or it just kind of became like a cliche. And I know the question is good, it is a good thing to ask. I've just seen it used so much. I didn't think of it too deeply or think about the meaning too much. And this story, I believe, is the origin of What Would Jesus Do? There's this fictional church in Kansas where the pastor starts to ask himself and his congregation, what would Jesus do? And they make this promise for a year to not do anything, any decision without first asking, what would Jesus do? And it causes all kinds of craziness in town, and they all learn a lot of different things, and it's really, really interesting. Caused me to really think about what the question means, and it was really good. There's also a little side romance in here, bonus points. This is not a WWJD bracelet, it's a different kind of bracelet. It is 2-sided, and it is Christian. Look at that, we got crosses, and then, is that upside down? Jesus is King. There you go. And what's cool about this bracelet, I'll link it down below. This isn't a sponsor, I just think these bracelets are really cool. If you tap your phone on this thing, it'll give you a daily verse for the day. So that's really fun. I don't remember learning anything specifically about Kansas in this book, but as far as favorite characters are concerned, I think Roland might actually be my favorite character. I mean, I liked Rachel, I liked Felicia, Virginia. There's a lot of likable characters, but I think Roland might be my favorite because I liked seeing his character grow and progress, and just his whole arc I thought was really fun to see. And he may or may not be a part of that side romance I talked about earlier. Lemonade break. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars, would highly recommend. Now for the strategy of where I think Ryan might be going next. I think I've pretty much been wrong this entire time. 8 days in though, maybe we'll get better here. Yes. What's nice about where they're at currently is that the immediate states, Missouri and Oklahoma, are already covered. I finished books in both of those states already. It's Arkansas that I'm most worried about. So, game plan. My wonderful mother, girl in the chair, told me that this book, already in my library, takes place in Arkansas. Now, as you can see, this is no kids book. This is not child play here, okay? This is 300 pages or something like that. Yeah, we're over 300 pages, just over. This isn't exactly one that I can just binge in one day. I ain't that fast of a reader. But today they're in Kansas. Tomorrow they'll probably not go to Arkansas. The next day they might go to Arkansas. In which case I have a 3-day buffer here. So when I woke up this morning and I checked the gram and saw that they were in Kansas, realized I wanted to go to Arkansas's book, I had the strategy of reading about 100 pages of this each day until then. So 100 today, 100 tomorrow, 100 the next day. Of course, if they go somewhere completely else other than Arkansas, then I'll just have a head start. I'm currently 75 pages in, so I need 25 more to finish today's quota to be on track. I won't say anything more about it though, because it is not Arkansas's day. Gotta wait your turn. I also read some more of Kit's mystery thing today for Kentucky, just in case that's somewhat close to where they're at. And Mississippi is kind of right there as well. It's the next danger state after Arkansas, basically. So I asked my girl in the chair for an audiobook set in Mississippi so I could start that now as well. I did not get very far in that one, comparatively speaking, but you know, they'll probably hit Arkansas before Mississippi. Probably. And I think that's pretty much all for this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys are watching Ryan's series and what your favorite Airbnb is that he has stayed at so far. They're getting really hard to pick from. I think the Silo and the Nut House are still up there with one of my favorites, but the Star Wars one, that one I think is probably my favorite. Also, let me know what you're currently reading. Love to talk book stuff in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. There's no place like home. Ciao!